Hey, it's Daniel.
Hi, I'm Kit. Hello, my name is Lito Rodriguez, and this is Leia.
Welcome to video 1, where we answer the same questions as everybody else, and then we'll do video 2. Hi, Kat.
This is video 1, where we answer questions that were given to everybody, and then in video 2, we will be answering questions that are specific to the specific alters. So Lito, Kim, Daniel, and myself will be answering the questions today, and so let's go. Who's your best friend in the system? That's a good question. I consider the people in the system my family, but I don't know if I consider them friends.
Definitely Kit. She's really cool. She's really nice. Kat is here. She's super helping take care of me and like feel more confident and stuff, so that's really cool. I'm not like super close with anybody other than Todd and Win. Like we hang out, we spend time together, but I wouldn't call myself like super besties with anybody in the system.
I don't know. Like Kim's like a little sister. I don't know if I qualify that as like best friend. I also am really close to like the littles, so like Josh and me and Karen. I like adore them a lot, but I don't know if I don't know if anyone in the system is like my best friend.
Is it true that Win learned German for a while? If it is, then are you guys able to speak it too?
I can remember. I think about it and I can think about it and I can hear it in my head. I know how to translate sentences into German, but I am already embarrassed of the accent that I have in the body, and I absolutely do not want to embarrass myself more by trying to speak German with an accent that the body is not used to.
I remember like a few key phrases like my Name ist Daniel. Ich heiße Daniel. Like, my name is Daniel.
Meine Name ist Kim. Ich bin 15 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus
the Headspace.
Ja, ich spreche Deutsch. Ich spreche Deutsch gut.
So, ich will Kekse, aber ich kann nicht essen, weil es Gluten hat. So, I don't know what the German word for gluten is. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Okay, so gluten is gluten in German, so I technically said that correct, yay! If y'all had to pick one song that somehow represents you or is your jam, what songs would you pick?
Toxic by Britney Spears.
Blurry Face by 21 Pilots.
Her Name is Alice by Shinedown. Pretty Girl by Stockholm Syndrome.
Does each hear their voice sound different than what the outside world hears?
Yes! 1,000,000 times yes. That should be obvious.
Yeah, because Win's voice is Win's voice. Like, she has like a range that her vocal cords can manage, but my voice doesn't sound like this.
What I hear when I play back the video is basically the same as what I hear in the Headspace, so you're getting unadulterated Kim. My voice basically sounds similar. I feel like it would be like a little bit more like high pitch, maybe. It wouldn't be like drastically different. Do most of the alters get along with friends or different alters, or is it just the same group of friends overall?
A friend of us is a friend of the whole system. There's not friends really that we like pick and choose.
None of us are out at long enough periods of time to have friends that just belong to a specific alter. I love all of our friends. They are spectacular and I love spending time with them, and 90% of the time after I spend a long amount of time with our friends, Win comes out and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry about Kit. I know she's a lot to deal with. And her friends are like, no, it's fine. You know, because like Win is like super self-conscious about making ripples and whatever, but I don't care. Our therapist says I have very low impulse control. Sometimes we don't get along with Win's friends, but then we just stay inside because we get to do that. We get the escapism route. We can be like, oh no, oops, switch, sorry.
When it's someone's turn to film and they need their respective clothes, do you have someplace special for each person's stuff, or is it all just with Win's stuff?
Is it just with all Win's stuff? Well, it is all of Win's stuff.
This is a shirt she had long before she knew I existed.
We did not get paid. We did not get paid to make this channel. We did not get any money. It is not very conducive for us to go and buy things specifically for this channel that we would not wear every day. We need to look like Win every day because she has responsibilities.
I mean, some of us have like specific, like this is mine, this is exclusively mine, and I really like it. It's like velvet. But yeah, otherwise we all share the same stuff.
What are your favorite leisurely activities?
I don't know. Like, other than the channel is kind of a leisurely thing. I like watching anime. I like to draw. I drew a picture of myself. Like, I know I'm not like super artist like Win is, but I think I'm pretty good.
I like to read. I very much like to go to the gym. In fact, lately I almost exclusively come out to go to the gym. Other than that, I very much like to go and explore and try new things, but I don't think that technically counts as a leisurely activity because I am not relaxing when I am doing those things. Technically, I'm not relaxing when I go to the gym either. I don't just relax. I either do something fun or stay in the headspace. That is it. Name your favorite thing about the headmates in this video. Oh, okay.
Kit's unstoppable. You know, she lets nothing get her down, you know, rather than feel sad for herself like I do a lot. She will rip somebody apart if they hurt her.
Kit is very, very sure of herself. She goes and she gets what she wants and she does not back down.
Daniel doesn't give up on the people he cares about. He is super there for them and he's really selfless.
Daniel, he has a heart. He has a very sweet heart and he cares very deeply for those who he cares for.
Lito is just a little ball of joy. He is so happy to be like alive. Lito is super spunky and he's always in a good mood and I super love his attitude.
See, Kim is determined. She is determined. She does not let life get her down. She does not take lies from anyone. She demands the truth. She gets straight to the point. She does not mess around. I appreciate that very much.
Kim has really stepped up, you know, as soon as she came down. She was really hesitant, but like once she started getting to know us, you know, within a few days even, like she was already trying to actively be like a helper in the system. Kim is really trying. Like she is processing a lot of stuff, but she doesn't like let that get in the way of like her helping the system be cohesive and stuff. Like she is really aware of how her actions affect other people, and so she is really mature for a 12-year-old. If Win was to have a baby, would it affect the alters? I mean, yeah, it would affect us. We'd have to be pregnant for 9 months and then have like broken bits for like 6 more months and like milk boobs. Yeah, that's a pretty major thing to have happen, you know, because we'd have to have a pregnant body for 9 months and then have a baby. Honestly though, I'd be thrilled. I can't think of a single thing that would be more beautiful than Win and Andrew starting a family and then like getting to help take care of that family.
I think it would be very fun to have a baby. I would make sure that he always looked amazing. He always looked amazing, was dressed in the best clothes, and his hair was well done. I'm better at like staying up late and, you know, working on low levels of sleep and high levels of stress. So like I feel like I would be called on a lot. So I would be like a major influence in this baby's life, which may or may not be a good thing depending on who you talk to. How aware of each other were you before Win found out about you guys?
I didn't exist. That is not a good question for me. I will not answer that question. Before Win knew about us, like I knew that there were other people. Like I was aware of Kit to a certain level. I mean, I didn't know about the littles at all. I was super aware of Win. Like I knew I was like extra with Win. Like she was out there and I was also there. Like we were part of a team together. Like I knew I wasn't there all the time and I knew there was somebody else there. But like for the most part, it just kind of was my life. I guess like to an extent, yeah, I definitely knew that Win was there. Like I didn't know it was Win. I knew it was just like someone, you know, in my body. I knew just about everybody. Josh and me, I've always been really, really close to, and I knew Jonathan and Jacob were working their crap in the background and whatever, and they were like off in their own world. I feel like I had like a pretty healthy awareness of everybody that was going on. Is there anywhere you would like to take the body or for a field trip or just a vacation?
I would like to go to Brazil. Brazil would be very cool.
I want to go to Germany. I want to hear like the beautiful language coming everywhere, and I want to see all those gorgeous castles that they've got like all over the place. Like they're like Walmarts, they're just everywhere. I'd love to go to Vegas, and not the deserty side of Vegas. I'd like to go to actual Vegas. I just want an excuse to get into a fabulous sequin covered dress and walk around with like my hair all done up and not get like weird looks. We went to
a couple national parks already with the geology department, and I just think it'd be really cool to go see more.
If you guys had your own bodies, what sort of life would you want to live? What job would you want to have?
I would be a movie star.
I would be a movie star, and I would be the best movie star there was. Women and men would scream when they saw my face. I would be the most handsome movie star ever.
Okay, so we're like thinking like pie in the sky here, so I would probably want to be like a makeup and hair artist. Like not practical, I'd probably want to be in a band. I don't have to worry about the practicality of trying to like be in a band and make ends meet, because I know that's like basically impossible, but this is my fantasy, so that's what I would do. I would be a guitar player in a band.
I mean, I don't know what job I would have. I'm 12. So it's a long time before I would have to think about that, but like it'd be really cool to have my own body, because then I could like go and hang out with friends my age and like get a boyfriend. That sounds really bad. Like, I appreciate Andrew and I appreciate everything that, you know, but like I feel like I don't have any choice. Like, I feel like I would like to decide whether or not I'm married to someone. I want the ability to like go out and like make friends and go to school and like I guess technically we already did that, like obviously because we're in college, but like it's not the same. Like it's not the same.
Do you share insecurities with the system or deal with them alone?
I share my insecurities with Win, sometimes with Jacob, sometimes with a therapist. I do not share my insecurities with everybody though.
Yeah, just mostly, it's like I'll open up in the journal, so I guess like everybody reads it there, but yeah, like I don't know, like I talk to Kit and I talk to Daniel. We share our insecurities with each other. You know, we're a team. We have to function as a unit if we're going to function in the world and like have a life that feels safe and good and okay, you know, fulfilling. So if we can't open up to one another and support one another in our weakest times, then what are we? You know, what kind of team would that be?
Honey, I don't have insecurities. That is not a feature that I was given.
Are there ways of entertainment in your inner world? If there is, how close to the real thing is that content? So when we watch in the inner world, it's more like you get like, it's like ideas of the movie.
It is not close, and it, like, after you've had a taste of the real thing, it is not, it's nothing. It's nothing. Like, sit in Kit's house and like I watch movies and TV shows and stuff. I know I'm missing so much, but at least I have like a general idea. It would be amazing if I could look at this book and then I could tell you every single word and every single passage from memory, but I cannot do that. I also have not actually read that book, so I would not know about it anyway.
Can it be helpful to always have someone with you if you need to talk?
I like it. I like having our system, you know, and being able to have people there at any time, you know, like if it was just me all the time, it would get lonely. I like spending time with people, and so I like having people in the headspace that I can spend time with. Of course, I care for every single altar, and we're all very good part of a team. But it would not break my heart if I got to spend some time not with them.
I mean, I guess, like, it's nice to be able to, like, you know, figure out ways to find balance, you know, and, like, ping ideas off of each other. Can it be annoying? Yeah. I will jump on that. I can say it's annoying, like, when everybody's talking at once and people are disagreeing and being like, no, we should do this, no, we should do this, and it's just like, shut up.
I mean, it's nice to not have to deal with this alone, for sure. Like, I mean, like, I feel like if I was doing this by myself, I would probably go crazy.
If you could live in one time period, what would it be?
Living in the Victorian time period would be really cool. Like, they had really cool clothes and, like, I wouldn't have to get a job. I could just, like, stay home and, like, sew and play the piano and write really, like, dark poems. And people would be like, oh, that's the girl who writes poems, and that's fine.
This one. We have a significant mental health issue. Like, can you imagine if we were living, like, in the 20s and we had multiple personalities? Like, we would get murdered or something.
Definitely the 20s, because I, first of all, would get to look fabulous all the time. And like me, like myself and my headspace, I'm very like slim and like the body type that was really popular in the 20s. And it was like a really sexually open time. So being a lesbian wouldn't be an issue because that was like totally fine back then. So many people are nostalgic for the past. They say, oh, I wish I was in the 70s. Oh, the flapper dances in the 20s are very, very cool. The past was terrible. The past was terrible. We had diseases. People had less rights. There was less laws and more violence. And people should not want to go back. People should not want to go back. We have so much today. So much. Do not take for granted what we have today.
Are there any activities that you enjoy doing together, either in the headspace or via co-fronting? Okay, so like co-fronting, for those people who don't know, it's when like multiple alters are in control of the body at one time. And so we will do co-fronting or really close co-consciousness, and so we can like flip in and out really easily. Like, we don't like to talk about the fact that we can do this because we're really nervous about, like, even like our friends, like in-person friends, we're really nervous about this because it's like they'll be like, oh, you're switching too fast, that's super fake, and like getting called fake sucks a lot. We're like in the proper like headspace and healthiness and whatever, like we can kind of just like zip back and forth, and so like we can all enjoy things like together. But like in the headspace, we play on the beach a lot. Sometimes I will sit on the beach and I will watch the littles run in the sand and splash in the water. It is very, very sweet. It makes my heart feel warm to see them doing that. And sometimes we'll go boating. I don't like to boat so much because like I'm afraid I'm gonna fall over. Like I can swim still, but like there's a difference between like wanting to get wet and like getting in the water and then like accidentally getting wet by falling off a boat. What is it like to switch from the headspace to the real world? Is it like one moment all the other alters see you in the headspace, but then you disappear when you switch into the real world? Where the beach meets the mountains, there's a door that opens up to like a dark space, and you walk into that and you kind of like flow into the body from there. When it's not chosen, when it's like forced, it's like kind of like a cartoon. Like it's like there's like a rubber band like stuck to your butt or something, and you're just like, oh no, and you like get yanked backwards. It's really disorienting and not fun at all. So like the dark place is connected to the front. Like there's part of the dark place that's not connected to the front, but then like the rest of them are. So like when I was living in the mountains, I didn't have to leave the mountain to talk to our therapist. Like I could just like step into a really shadowy part of the mountain, and then suddenly I was in the dark space and I could like access the front. And then like when Jacob switches us out, because he'll do that sometimes too, because he's like a control freak, it'll just be like this like poof of black smoke, and then you're like gone, and then you're up front. And so it's kind of like Nightcrawler. It's kind of like Nightcrawler from X-Men, but except Nightcrawler controls where he poofs to, and we don't in that situation. So yeah. Do you listen to or watch any musicals? If so, what are some of your favorites? I love Rent. Rent is beautiful. It is brilliant. It is passionate. Rent is so good. The Greatest Showman. I love Sweeney Todd. Guys and Dolls is super fun. I like Guys and Dolls. The Greatest Showman is amazing. I love it. It gets me like so inspired, and I'm like, yeah, I can conquer the world. I have a million dreams too, let's go. Anything Goes was fun. Fiddler on the Roof is good, but it's also kind of long. Like you have to be in the mood to watch that movie. Sweeney Todd. Like it used to be Wynn's like Angry Day musical. Like when she was like really pissed, she would just like watch that and like vicariously live through Sweeney Todd murdering all of his enemies or whatever. So like that's pretty cool. What is everyone's relationships with Wynn's husband? How does he know who is out, and does he enjoy hanging out with them? Andrew is such a good person. He is such a good person. He cares for all of us. He makes space for all of us. He knows all of us. He watches our videos, and he reads our blogs. Andrew's cool. Like he's really supportive. Like I'm kind of inherently distrustful of anyone who's super friendly to me right off the bat, but he hasn't, shown to be hiding anything. So he's cool. I mean, we're all buddies with him. I consider him a friend. Everybody else considers him a friend. He cares about us because we're part of his wife. He's super awesome, and like I would hang out with him any day of the week. He's definitely one of my best friends. I don't even feel bad that we're with a dude and not a girl or a woman or whatever, because yeah, this relationship is baller. And I like having someone who I can come out and like feel super good being around. Does he always know when we're out? Yes, absolutely. The moment we switch, he's like, oh, okay, so somebody else. He knows when we're out. Like obviously we're all like really, really different, whatever. And we all really suck at trying to be Wynn. He knows who is out because we tell him. And also we, are very distinct in our behaviors and the way we talk. And so it's really, really easy for him to pick up on who's out. But, we had an agreement very, very early on that we would tell him anytime we're out, because that's basic respect, and he doesn't want us like pretending to be Wynn or feeling like we can't be around him or whatever. So there's that. That is the end of part 1. We had so many questions we had to split into 2 parts, so go ahead and check us out in part 2. We will see you there. Goodbye.